Today we are going to be talking about the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. This is presented and created by Martha, Rain, and Summer. Some of the topics that we will be talking about in the video include legal rights, equality rights, freedom of speech, mobility rights, conscience and religion, freedom of association, and reasonable limits and notwithstanding clauses. It may be a lot, but we will try to simplify each individual rights for you. So, let's start with legal rights. What is legal rights? Legal right is the right to life, liberty, and security of the person. This includes all people in Canada, including non-citizens. However, it does not apply to corporations. For example, police are not allowed to randomly stop you in a mall and proceed with full-body search without providing a legally valid reason. Everyone has a right to be secured against unreasonable searches or seizures. Next up is equality rights. So, what is equality rights? Equality rights means every individual in Canada is equal, no matter what race, religion, sex, or physical mental disability. All is considered equal. The government cannot discriminate any of these grounds in its law and program. Its purpose is to protect groups that suffer social, political, and legal disadvantage in society. For example, the federal and provincial government have programs improving job opportunities, education, and social service for people who had a disadvantage in the past. Next is freedom of speech. So, what is freedom of speech? In freedom of speech, one has the right to express one's idea and opinions freely through speech, writing, and other forms of communications. However, there is an exception. What you say cannot deliberately cause harm to others' character or reputation by false or misleading statements. The law also protects your freedom to receive information from other people by, for example, being a part of the audience and reading a magazine. Next is mobility rights. So, what is mobility rights? Every citizen of Canada has the right to enter, remain in, and leave Canada. Every citizen that has the status of permanent resident of Canada has the right to move to and take up residence in any province. Next up is conscience and religion. So, what is the freedom of conscience and religion? This ensures that everyone is free to hold their own religious belief, thought, opinion, and expression. All recognized beliefs are protected by this right. Next is freedom of association and assembly. So what is freedom of association and assembly? Freedom of association is the right of the person to join or leave groups of the person's own choosing. Freedom of association is very similar to freedom of peaceful assembly, which is the right to hold public meetings and form associations without interference by the government. Next is reasonable limits and notwithstanding clauses. What is reasonable limits and notwithstanding clauses? Reasonable limits and notwithstanding clauses has the ability to bend laws but not break them. It gives the government the permit to override certain rights and freedom that are guaranteed by the Charter. It is the ability to overrule the court. One very good example that represents this is the NWC, the Quebec French Sign Law in 1988. The Quebec government responded by amending the original sign law to permit the usage of other language on signs inside of commercial establishments, but continued to prohibit the use of any language other than French on exterior signs. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching!